Hello, today is the 3rd of August 2021, and I wanted and have been wanting to do a reading on the Delta variant and how things look for this fall and winter in general for the United States. I swear, every time I put on the camera, it sounds like I've been drinking. I don't drink. It sounds like I'm like... Anyway, I actually am fairly articulate. So I want to look at what we can expect, what we need to know about the Delta variant for this fall and winter for America, how things look. I want to see if we're going to be looking at another lockdown. So I'm going to go season, fall, winter. So how does fall look for the Delta variant across the United States? What do we need to know about that? This coming fall, how do things look with the Delta variant, or any other variant for that matter, but we're looking at Delta, and how things will be with the virus itself. Fall and winter for the United States. First, we're looking at fall of 2021. And I ask the Most High, the Creator, and my spiritual mentors to assist me to read accurately and clearly all the symbols and signs and intuitive pushes that are offered up, so I can answer this question with honesty and clarity. So we're looking at fall 2021 with the Delta variant and just the virus in general. How do things look for the United States fall? Let's see what we get. I'm using, by the way, the Star Tarot. Comes with a rather sizable book, but I have yet to even read it, but it's very nice. Has metallic edging. Okay, so I'm going to do this for fall in a Celtic cross. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles covering us for fall. What's crossing us is something that is not, it's a bit of a secret actually with the High Priestess. That's curious. Of course I'm intrigued. What is the secret? What is it that we aren't able to see? We're going to definitely be having to use our intuition throughout fall. That comes up. What I do feel when I'm just looking at these two cards of the Eight of Pentacles and the High Priestess is that we definitely need to be working on using our intuition. It's going to be really important, because to me it looks like it begins to build up. There's a build up happening. It looks like if things continue the way they have, that's the way the tarot is. If things continue the way they have, this is what you can expect, the most likely results. And things can change, you know. But this is showing me what I feel like is a building up. But there's still a variable, I feel like. And it has to do with people either, you know, wising up and doing the right thing, masking up, you know, let's get through this stupid thing and get it over with. And if we all can just get on the same page, we can do that. I'm getting a lot, starting to almost channel from this. Okay, that's cool. I'm being given to say that I feel that people's spiritual mentors, or what some people call guardian angels perhaps, are trying to get through to their charges, which they're the people that they watch over. They're trying to get through to them, to get them to listen to instinct so that they can hear or follow that little voice. And it's sad that it's a little voice, because you need to, you know, let it be a louder voice that you can hear more clearly. I really feel that the angels are trying to get through to people who have poo-pooed getting vaccinated, or this whole thing, perhaps in general, or people that have been sitting on the fence, uncertain maybe also. But definitely I'm being given to know that guides are definitely trying to get through, because there's an opportunity yet, I feel like, perhaps with that high priestess, for us to alter the path. But let's just continue with what we have. Oh, gotta get my pointer stick. Yeah. And my coffee. Oh, yes. By the way, my coffee is Spirit Bear coffee. Really good. I will put a link to it. I'm having their dark roast. I always have to wipe off my red lipstick marks. It annoys me. All right. You know, there's just so much you can get from one card or two cards. Of course, I'm not going to leave it at that, but I'm just saying I'm still getting stuff. And I don't just, when you read the cards, it doesn't all predictably come necessarily in 1 to 2 sentences, you know. For me, I believe in taking my time and allowing myself to get in the zone. I'm just getting warmed up, you know. Takes me a while. Some people are very quick. I guess I'm kind of a pokey, chill type. I like to settle into it. Okay, so now we're getting the reading being based. Yeah, now this is something, you guys. Okay. It's getting the basis card of the 7 of Wands. Yum. So this is the 7 of Wands with the Star Tarot. It is about gaining strength. It is about just a time where, yeah. But what I'm worried about is this the virus gaining strength? Or is this human beings getting more a hand on this because they're taking it more seriously? Not quite sure yet, but I'm really hopeful that it is that and not the bug getting the upper hand. More of the upper hand. Let's see. Crowning, 2 of Swords. This is the need for people to, this feels like lockdown. This feels like people need to look inside themselves instead of being out there screaming, I shouldn't have to wear a mask if I don't want to, and and acting like a child. This is calling for people to adult and reflect, because if they don't, then nature will enforce you to do that by getting sick. I'm unfortunately getting feelings with the Basis card and the Crowning card, and the cards, of course, at the middle of the 8 of Pentacles and the High Priestess, crowned by the 2 of Swords. Again, follow your instinct. Also, don't be out and about too much. Still be in a place of being careful and of being a bit more of a homebody for fall, because I feel like it could really spread. It all depends on how much people aren't out being in contact with other people without it being absolutely kind of necessary, is what I'm being shown. So we have the 2 of Swords. I feel like there's a need, quite frankly, that's indicative of staying in a bit, and reflecting, looking inward, instead of running out there and traveling and unless you have to. I do understand some people with their work have to travel. But I am seeing what I feel like is an energizing of that variant in fall that could spread, but a lot is dependent on whether or not people keep more to themselves yet, or they go that traveling angle and that sort of thing. Now, in the near past, we have the King of Cups. And I feel like this is also, it can be a nod toward Biden and inoculations. I feel like this is the warnings that Biden's tried to give people. Get vaccinated. Wear your mask. I mean, as a parent, how you get weary of repeating yourself. It's going to knock us around pretty good. 9 of Wands for fall. I don't like that. But people gotta learn. It's looking like we're gonna get a tough situation come fall. Because what I see happening is it rising and it spreading. That it would be best if you didn't travel and you kept your, celebrations to your family that, you live with, that's inoculated and you are in the same home. I think it's important to still maintain, with the crowning card, less activity out and about the better. Do what you need to do, but don't be acting like there's no pandemic and that you can just go hang. I think people that make that mistake are going to pay for it, or others that they love will pay for it, because they'll end up making them sick. Already it shows the way forward is going to be difficult as it is. And there's the globe, and this is also not just, I think, the United States, but other countries similarly that haven't dealt well with COVID, because Trump put us into the mess of just needless deaths. He has blood on his hands. Okay, let's do the final 4 cards. Yeah, this is about, the Seven of Swords is about what you can't see, and being tricked, being fooled easily, being given false information, believing false information. The fact of the matter is, it's out there even if you can't see it. Just because this is just exasperation to people that are saying that don't take this seriously. It's out there. Just because you may not know someone who's died of the Delta variant, doesn't mean it's not a very real threat. Doesn't mean that it's a hoax, doesn't mean that it's any of this other ridiculousness. What I'm being shown is people being able to be honest with themselves and stop and realize reality. And I'm getting that from that Seven of Swords, along with that Two of Swords here, where it's like, stop and really take this in. Because there's still a lot of people with that Seven of Swords, and we also get the Seven of Wands down here, that just are not seeing this for what it is. Do not look at this with the right perspective. Okay? In the environment is the devil. This is to me, the pandemic. This is the virus, Delta or otherwise. And people want to act like it's not there. You do so to your own peril, because the devil is very much out in our environment yet, which is this virus mutating as it does. Okay? Inaccurate information is going to be deadly. So if you listen to people that don't give you real, honest, transparent answers, and they're treating this like it's a cold, they are misleading you. It's absolute evil. And there will be, unfortunately, because I do see it in the environment, the devil will mislead people. They will get sick. It's very oppressive. I think I'm being shown that more than likely it'll go up. And I think that Joe might know this instinctively. Back here with the King of Cups, that this is Biden. That despite the work and the efforts with the Eight of Pentacles, that they're trying to get, more people vaccinated, that's great, because if they didn't, it would be far worse, but it's going to be bad as it is. Now, the hopes and fears is the Four of Swords. This is about a long recuperation. This is about healing. And this is telling us that we will yet require, I believe, a period to properly overcome this virus by properly doing the protocol. And it takes a while. So there's no more need of wasting any more time. Get on it. Do what you need to do. Wear the mask, get the inoculations, get through this. Everybody does it. It'll shorten the time period for sure that we're waiting. The final end result is the is the Hermit, which is the 9. So that's a wrapping up number, but it's a searching number as well. Solo. Something being looked at, looking. Let's give me a couple more cards with that. King of Wands, Eight of Wands. Ooh. This to me also feels like, is this another... Okay, I got something off of there. I feel more secluded areas. There's activity. I'm getting a lot off that. Definitely, I feel like it will be putting the hurt on people through fall. But what I'm getting with the Hermit and this High Priestess is that there's still an open ability yet with regards to fall, if people now and before the end of summer get vaccinated, change their behavior, would be a huge bonus. It will lessen what we're already going to have as a lot of people very ill in the environment, feeling like they've been hit by a bus. Because the devil, like I said, the Hermit is, I think, people just having to, it's lockdown. With that, yeah. with that the Two of Swords crowning, the Hermit, the Nine of Wands, the High Priestess feels alone. The only one that doesn't feel alone is the Devil, who's making people sick, and that's in the environment. I believe we'll definitely be looking at the beginning of a possible lockdown for winter, or maybe late fall. I did pull these two, so that was the King of Wands and Eight of Wands. This is activity. I think it will be very active, because still active enough, because there will have been some people that haven't managed how they're living in this pandemic wisely enough that they will spread it. So I do see it getting stronger, wreaking a considerable amount of havoc in the environment with the Devil, raging with the King of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Now this could be a particular area. It could be the South, because Wands represent the South, direction of the South. I feel like it's buzzing. Not a good feeling. King of Swords. Hanged One. And then I think King of Swords feels like there's something about travel, air travel, air travel. With the, I just saw the birds here. I've never seen that on this deck as much as I use it. And I just got air travel. Okay. I wish I could send my family sometimes to the moon. They're so noisy and rude. Sometimes. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. I feel like people are wanting to have their comforts. And they're being more kind of gluttonous about, I've sacrificed enough, you know. I don't care. I just, you know, with these people, I just want to say, y'all, just, I'm sorry. You're not, if you can't do this, then, you know, you're going to die. So maybe you just don't really feel like living that much. Yeah, this is to do with travel, and this is also to do with people can be passing on. Princess of Pentacles. That could be even children. I'm really hoping not. Nine of Swords, worry, a sense of abandonment and neglect. Yeah, I think that people are going to be very selfish about the holidays, unfortunately, the way this is looking. And I feel like around Thanksgiving and stuff, people are going to be whiny and not able to still maintain being an adult about this. I feel like they will travel, and I think they'll take their kids. I think some children will become sick. then you'll have people that are going to be worried that they're going to get sick, or worried that they're going to be found in trouble for neglect, for taking their, I don't know, going against maybe travel guidelines or something. I see definite worry, trouble sleeping, people passing. But I see that there's a lot of caretakers that will make valiant saving of people sick with this. The Five of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. The Five of Swords is that bully nonsense that comes out of Trump and company about masking up, and like Marjorie Taylor Greene and all these crackpots. They're really going to be wanting to hold on to power with that Four of Pentacles. I see them clinging. They're going to almost become more, it feels like more in your face about the illness. Even though people getting sick, and because people are going to be getting very selfish and not using, I think, you might even have to argue with some members of your own family, like, no, we can't do that. That's just, we've come this far. This is still not a good time to be traveling. I think it's really important. Don't travel during the holidays. Strength in the Star. We'll get through it, but it's going to be really hard. Again, it will be a season of enduring really difficult, oppressive conditions, because people are being too selfish. But we'll eventually get through it. I think winter could be tough. That's just for fall. So I think the message is fall shows this variant, or variants, maybe even, spreading. Definitely this variant. And people forgetting, not wanting to continue to have to be more conservative, but we'll pay for it. I'm telling you, until we do the right thing, waves and waves and waves of people will die. And it looks like we are looking at a potential lockdown for the latter part of fall or the beginning of winter, the Christmas holidays. So now let's look at winter 2021 with the COVID virus and its variants for the United States. How does that look? Will we have a lockdown? Will we, by chance, be doing all right? How does that look? What do we need to know? This is general for America, to do with the virus, the pandemic, over winter, which wow. I'm getting like into it. We're only going to start to see things lighten up maybe by spring or summer next year. But let's just see, that's what came to me. Let's just see what the cards say. How does winter look? 2021 for COVID and variants for America. Okay, I think I've shuffled well enough. Still get the, okay, King of Cups is covering us. Let's see what that represents. The star crossing us. There's light at the end of the tunnel. And that King of Cups, because I'm reading on America, could be Biden. But I think it could also even be this variant, this bug perhaps. But let's just look. Based on the Six of Pentacles, this is coming up with ways to help others that need help. There is some like by getting them medicine, getting them whatever it is they need, assisting other people and people helping each other, looking out for each other in the right way. This is also saying outside help. People will need outside help. This is going to require, they're going to be sick enough, I think, that they need to go, they can't stay home. Hospitalization is what I'm thinking. Hospitalizations. And we get that it'll be challenging because we've got the star crossing us, but we're not to give up hope this winter. We're crowned by the Seven of Pentacles this winter, which means we need to get and really take stock, honest stock, and change our lives where we need to change it. Make certain that we are putting our energies wisely. It's like living more sensibly, altering your life due to circumstance, making those changes that you need to in life so that things flow more smoothly. Living more mindfully, definitely. And this is a pause as well. It's getting us to pause and not just live blindly the way we do. We will definitely, I wanted to stop myself from saying, but I want to say that we'll definitely have a lockdown this winter. Because we need to go back into being, once again, reflective. This is the Prince of Swords. To me, this is it's still circulating. This to me is this is the Viren. Came off of the illness that's making us so that we need other people to help us. That, making us that sick. That we have got to change how we live. Making us aware that we've got to change how we live when things happen. You don't just continue to live the same way and say, well, I'm entitled. That's foolish. You're not entitled to make everyone else sick and spread a disease. This is the moon. This is, again, the shadow aspect. It's dark. It's going to be difficult, harrowing, scary. Also, there is still a great deal that is not clear. And I think people will intuitively, who are paying attention, will feel and know what they need to do and make alternative plans regarding holidays and stuff, because it's not going to be a good idea to be traveling. No. But here's the people that don't want to listen with the Knight of Swords. Hey, what about my rights to not wear a mask? Blah, 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 blah. What about my rights to be a jackass? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I got to get on that plane and cough a bunch. I'm on y'all. Oh, you know, that's silliness with people. Look at this. I see it's Ace of Cups in the environment. Overflowing. That's not good in this case. I don't like it with the Knight of Swords. It makes it feel like it's getting spread around in an airplane or where people are traveling. People are going to be sick. Again, yeah. Hopes and Fears is the Seven of Swords, and this is about deceit. This is about some things that you can't detect that are underneath the surface, that somebody's trying to maybe appear one way when it's another. This is the fear, I think, that, well, that people will think that we're over this when we're not, just because they can't see it or it doesn't seem like it right away, because it will change very quickly. And they will be able to see, because they're going to be the ones sick and someone else that they've made ill. The final end result is the Princess of Cups. I'm getting children with this card. And kind of a surprise with that. This could be something that be a little something that they'll come out with, maybe to help deal with that variant toward the end of winter 2021. Because that cup looks bright and good. The Prince of Wands, so, and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. So that people will heal or be able to eat and be nurtured, nourished, and regain their strength more quickly, maybe. Maybe it's a booster. This could be a booster. It's, I want to say booster. It keeps you, yeah, it keeps you in better shape against it. So I think by winter, they're going to maybe come out with something that's a booster shot for variants, Delta and otherwise, perhaps. But I definitely feel like there's some sort of a booster coming here with this that will help people to resist, repel, not get sick, and have better overall health here, vibrancy, stamina, etc. Yeah. And look at that, the Fool and Judgment. So it's all going to be based upon whether or not you take a big risk with the Fool. Risks will be travel, and especially flying. I'm sorry, but guys, that air is just horrible. I don't care what they say. It's going to be down to what each one of us does, how seriously we take it. What about how your December will go? It's saying you will have accountability for your behavior with this, this virus, this variant. For some people, they will be foolish and they'll take that high gamble, despite the rest of us trying to say, hey, that's really a bad idea, etc. We have to leave them to what is their fate, unfortunately. Instability, Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. It's going to take us a little bit to get through, to get a grip on this, because people are stupid, still wanting to be stupid. The Fool, and Judgment, with their judgment, using bad judgment. But a lot of those people will also be sick. So there is a little instability in the environment, but it looks like then it goes towards us getting a grip more on more of society, getting inoculated and being more resistant by the end of winter. Because with the Six of Wands, this is you win. You've won a battle that's gone back and forth. Okay? And then we start to go in a better direction with the Six of Swords, more smooth. And the Ten of Cups, to me, then happy family. People are healthy. So I think that by spring 2022 and summer 2022, really good as far as that's concerned. That's when we'll start to really pull out of it. But I see this fall, this winter are really determinant on how each one of us takes our responsibility, which is a very serious responsibility and has a lot of karmic attachment. So we need to be aware of that and not be foolish or mindless, or take big risks and gambles by traveling during the holidays this fall and winter. All right? So let me know what you think. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. Please remember to put a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed. I've had a lot of people say they've been having problems with where they found they're unsubscribed from me and other people. So make sure you're subscribed and that you got the notifications on, and I'll see you in the next live or the next video. Thank you.